So firstly, I thought I would just highlight that I wore these shoes. I have been wearing slippers for 2 years, it seems. So it's that was a lower seat than I thought it would be. So, it's been a minute since I put on some shoes like this, but it just seemed like they had to go with this outfit. In case you didn't notice, the outfit's quite fabulous as well. It's very itchy. It's wool, but it's like from the 60s, and it's got that 60s vintage funky glow about it. And I've just been feeling this tassel hat lately for whatever reason. Mostly my hair is just not great right now, so that's the real motivation. But yes, I don't know why this outfit spoke to me. It just did. It said, put me on. Put me in the video. There's so few days left, I feel a little panicky about which outfits to choose, because I can tell you right now, I'm not going to have the energy to put out a video every day moving forward. When 2022 comes on through, charges on through to the future, I hope to push myself to do a new iteration of this station you can tune into called Teal's the Real Deal, but it will be pawed down. The block of cheese shall be shaved substantially. That was an actor tongue twister I just made up. The block of cheese shall be shaved substantially. The block of cheese shall be shaved substantially. The block of cheese shall be shaved substantially. You just try that 10 times fast. Whew. Bet your ass that's a tongue twister. It's a little sad. One of these 1960s gold buttons popped. Don't know where she's off to. She's on a new adventure. She's found a new garment to become a part of. So, I wrote 2 poems today. Hey, go me. A variety of weird, uncomfortable, unclear, hard to articulate feelings have been coming through today. The first is sort of like I'm a poet trying to express the depressed and the hopeful and all the rest and the sky and why in a poet way with attention to the way of things. That kind of depth. I just made all that up. I don't even know what I'm saying. And then the second one is kind of more just like, I don't know what to do. Blunt, real, teal, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm not sure. How can you tell me? Do you know? It's all a blur. Help me out. Give me your hand. Yeah, help me stand. What? Why? Where? When? Whoa, man. That kind of thing. Just like, hey, I don't get it. So I'm going to put words down that come from my brain skillet and see what is revealed. So, yeah, those are the 2. And I was going to, play it safe. And then I was like, you know what? There's only 5 days left in this experiment. And so I'm not going to play it safe. I'm going to push myself. I'm going to give you both poems tonight. How about that? Even though I don't know what's coming tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do. And maybe I'll be like, damn, wish I had that backup poem. Wish I hadn't done that to myself. Dang doodle. But, there's some things I've been kind of saving up or not brave enough to share or scared to talk about. There's a variety. I mean, way too many than I can tell you right now, I will not get to all of them in this 365 jive. But, I don't know. I might grab from that grab bag, or I may write something totally new, or I may weave the 2 together, something that already exists with a twist of some new thoughts that newly exist. Not sure. But I just figured, hey, give her. My dad always says that when it's in traffic and you gotta kind of pass some people. You gotta give her. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna deliver and I'm gonna give her. And yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll be mad at myself, but for now, I'm just gonna go with it. So wow, that one was longer than I thought it was. Spilling thoughts. Okay. So, oh, I don't like that you can see the trash can in it. We weren't really going for that look. Oh boy. It's okay. It's okay. We've tried to use every single angle and corner of this home to bring you into new zones each and every time that I'm with you. And it's not necessarily easy to be in a new zone every day, you know? So, there we go. No more trash can. Just me and my adoring fans. Okay. So, the first one, the poety one. The poet and I know it one. I woke up very early to help my boo get ready for work, and the purple that the sky was dreamlike and wondrous, and I wanted to touch it, and it was textured, and my dog is sniffing the cord of my little phone grabber for some reason. Don't understand that. But I was just, wow, gobsmacked, holy wacko, whoa, at this show, this brilliant sunrise show that only lasted for a moment and then was gone. And so that's kind of what I wove into, is this passage of time and this day into night and this 2020 what's it? And this kind of collective aching everyone's experiencing. Oh, he wants his squirrel. I see. You're after the squirrel? You want this guy? This is the guy. Oh, look, he's wearing a hat like me. This is the guy that you want. Get that guy. It's funny. He just wanted his new Christmas squirrel. He just wanted his old new Christmas squirrel friend. Now he's destroying him. Destroying him end to end. Yeah, so this is just about that. The passage of time, the mind-blowing nature of being alive, and how panicky I feel when I feel it driving on at a pace that is so hasty. It shakes me to my core. So, I don't know. I put this on to look somewhat like a put-together person. But I am uncertain of so much, and I was a touch in the dumps today. I was more than a touch in a too much to handle feeling, I guess. Just, what do I do? What do I do? What do you do as a human person? What do you do? So, hey, poetry. That's what I do. So here it is. It's called Spinning Ball of Days and Nights, and the colors and lights that play with it all. The sky was electric lavender. My breath came out as smoke clouds. We are allowed to mourn the shifting of all that ever was. No one can tell me that painting everything with a word like normalcy does the trick. As the pace quickens and we approach the end of another calendar, the pink soon turns to daylight. I think I am forgetting how to be in this upsetting of the balance. Everyone's so brand savvy and polished and talented. I keep my head hid. Where is our collective acknowledgement? Where is our insight? The time that holds sunshine bombards me with moments I don't know what to do with. The news is clips of what to buy and how to return it. I'm uncoordinated in a snake pit. Everyone's on to the next counterfeit, the next big scandalous trial. Who among us is strong enough to give this thing a lift? The dry and snowless winter days become nights in a sped-up haze. I forgot how to play. I'm wandering, this constant temptation to lay my head back down. The sounds become noise, and the noise annoys me. Oh, humans, will you ever see the error of your ways? Some nights I sleep, but not well or deeply. Strange dreams keep me running or gunning it in a car, trying to escape something I can't even define. Is it a sign or just another dust bunny of collected memories? I close my eyes, and a billion questions greet me. The wee hours devour my calm. My friends dance under palm trees and go to Vegas to party. What's going to restart me? Which button do I push? The swoosh of ferocious wind keeps me in. Oh, how I need a soul balm. The light pushes through to reveal a new day. I cannot stay in this feeling much longer. Have I become weaker or stronger? I'm stuck with myself and not ready. I'm stuck with myself. I'm stuck with myself and not really getting along with her. How is it that people just begin? When every few steps feel so full of obstacles, how do you make your way? It's true the best colors come at sunrise, when my eyes feel unwilling to open. But many watercolor skies have spoken to me when I decided to just look upward. I've blurred the lines between what I want and what's possible before. Nothing on earth happens if no one tries. The afternoon makes me pace impatiently. I clomp about, not a bit daintily. Oh, the anxiety of unanswered questions. What waits for us? What waits for me? We are one of many galaxies of uncertainty. I perceive reasons to believe, spoken in the breeze, ever so faintly. The evening takes hold like a blackout curtain. Burdens seem so illuminated in the darkness. I seek muted colors in the pervasive heavy pitch that so rapidly switches the mood. I'm not sure what I'm meant to do with a view of only shadows. Bedtime closes in, and my panic worsens. You will never be certain. Find the palette of colors in the sky. Free will and determinism are just words invented by men. Continue to offer what's within you and ask why. People make confident assertions precisely because they do not know. Glow in this ongoing show and fall and bawl and fuck up and continue to try. Dream of future excursions. The innumerable possibilities are impossible to deny. Oh my, Gizmo, I shouldn't have given you what you wanted because now you're crazy with your squirrel and you're making a crazy racket and you're being a crazy wild man with your squirrel. It's okay. Mommy's got one more poem and then we'll go crazy. We'll toss that squirrel up in the air and everywhere. It'll be great fun. He's just at my feet right now, like, come on. Play with me and the squirrel. Let's do this. Let's go. If only I could get that enthused. I'm telling you. I want to be as enthused as Gizmo is about the squirrel. I want to give it a whirl. Okay, one more poem. That's it. Here we go. We're going to do it. I'm giving it to the people. Mommy's giving it to the people, Gizmo. Okay, here we go. One more in my day of feelings that I felt. Here they are. This one's a little bit more boom, boom, from the cuff. You don't like it? Well, that's tough. You know, it's that other side of me. You may have met her. I just didn't have the energy to go get her. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, this is a more straight shooting. Just rootin' tootin'. Giving it to you the way it is. And if you hear ferocious animal sounds in the background, it's Gizmo freaking out about his squirrel. Okay. So, this one's called Is this a new form of Morse code or just a totally different road? Everybody out here keeping it simplistic. That or pretty cryptic. I can't seem to click it, the old elusive start button. Am I a glutton for puttering? Am I petering out? What's the next poem about? What do you want to watch me drone on about? Doesn't amount to much. Doesn't amount to too much, this hamster wheel spinning. Oh shit, script flipped, here I am back at the beginning. Skimming the chapters for the fuck it. Skimming the chapters for the fuck it is I'm after. Let's get some belly laughter back in this disaster. Clap on, clap off, the clapper. Let's create the next Napster and find a cure for boredom that leaves them all stunned. Let's put fun back in the equation. Oh shit, I lost my concentration again. Somebody send me a postcard. Let's stir up something untoward for everyone to take a long hard look at. Oh fuck, I mistook that for a compliment. I'm so irrelevant in this internet stew. What's a part alien layman to do? I grew a little, then shriveled again. I'm not totally sure which of my friends still care. I'm bored with the sound of my thoughts and my hair. Do I dare bare my soul when there's so many success stories to compare myself to? I better get some clown shoes. If I was more profound, I'd get more views. I'm suspicious of everyone like we're playing Clue. But it's not a board game. It's insane and it's all true. I renew vows I made to myself 20 years ago, but I don't know if I can live up to my own promises. How far gone is this? Sip it and find out. You want to go shout at the air with me? Hug a tree? Flee the country in our wild imaginations? Take indulgent vacations behind our eyelids? Rid ourselves of reasons not to do and to be? Make counterfeit degrees in absolutely nothing noteworthy. I'll get a master's in being nerdy. You can have a PhD in ribbon twirling. We'll get sterling silver paperweights for our great dissertations and accolades. People will come from miles away just to bask in the vibrations of whatever we say. They'll throw us a bitchin' parade. We'll hold so much sway, doors will just open as we make our way. What day is it again? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I'm up to bat and no one taught me how to swing. Keeping score is the damnedest thing. I'm sliding into home, but someone on a megaphone says the ball was foul and I should ice my bruises and throw in the towel. You want to go howl at outer space with me? We can face our flaws and be in awe of cosmic majesty. Let's sip tea and listen to the time pass. How'd I get to be in my 30s so damn fast? The earth is vast, and I hope I can dash across some more of it. That it lasts because we restore it and treat it right. I showed up at the party, but didn't get an invite. Can you spare a little insight into this scary site called the evening news? I'm stunned and not at all amused. I don't understand how anyone is still enthused by a Black Friday sale or another pail of chum thrown in the water. I always wanted a daughter, but I'm not sure what she would have to battle here. My fears are snowballing and I'm stalling by just keeping the front door shut. Emotional paper cuts drenched with lemon. I don't suppose at this point I could blend in. I'm attending to whatever I think I can still glue back together. Choose carefully your resume header. There better be hors d'oeuvres at this big-ass mess of a banquet. If not, there's no way I'm getting dressed for it. It's like nobody tries outside the internet these days. It's like we glazed over the entire human condition. It's like an endless array of synthetic displays and nothing soulful comes to fruition. Put me in the exhibition. Petition everyone to see what I should change. What particles should I rearrange in me? Should I wear a miniskirt and flirt with whoever's in charge of how chaos barged in here to everything we held dear and steered it? Should I wear a miniskirt and just flirt with whoever is in charge of how chaos barged in here to everything we held dear and just steered it off a cliff? called the internet and get that boss to just toss whatever beef he seems to have with all humanity and just chill a little? The titular characters have gone mad as March hares, and no one really cares because they're too busy counting the thumbs they've collected. Like Wyatt Earp. We're thumb crazy. Let's fucking make daisy crowns again and bend spoons and shit for the thrill of it. Let's fix this rip in the time continuum. Let's hum ohms together, but not in a sarcastic way. Let's really try to levitate. Don't you remember when your powers were so much more great? And you could generate enough juice to get preteen dreamers floating 8 feet in the air. Somehow, I hate to say it, I got slightly square. Damn, I never thought I'd err on the side of abundant caution. I used to lose track of how often I'd run through the sprinklers in the park wearing only my skivvies. Now my activities are, decidedly more tame. I don't need a rave. I just don't want to refrain from all attempts at being brave. I saved all my childhood artwork because it amplifies the quirks I'd like to perk up. This berserk racket has me slacking and stacking up Y's so damn high. I can't deny the simultaneous hunger and a sickly feeling, keeping my exploration within what's held inside my ceiling. Feeling caught off guard at best and flattened real hard the rest. Surely you jest. Oh, holy heck, you're serious. I don't think anybody knows who's steering us or has even bothered to ask. Completing whole sentences certainly seems too tall a task. You got a flask of something... You got a flask of some motivating elixir? You got a flask of some motivating elixir? I'm ready to stir the cauldron if you are. First, could you open this jar for me? I feel weak as can be after all this shifting reality and gravity. We're rapidly digressing, and I'm pretty sure the powers that be that haven't fleed are testing us, putting us right on the spot. I'm not sure we're scoring so hot. Just a passing thought. I have a lot of them these days. I guess that's bad grammar. I wasn't really thinking, I was just trying to rhyme. So I guess I would say, we're rapidly digressing, and I'm pretty sure the powers that be, the ones that didn't flee, are testing us, putting us right on the spot. I'm not sure we're scoring so hot. Just a passing thought. I have a lot of them these days. 'Cause fleed isn't a thing, it would be fled. That's crazy. What did I said? I said fleed. My goodness me. It's okay, that's why it's poetry. That's why I love it. 'Cause it can be anarchy of your imagination. Anarchy of whatever you're feeling. Just throw it out. Just throw it out there. Maybe you're reeling them in. Maybe you're casting them away. Just say what you gotta say. And poetry is the only way I've found that I can do that in any kind of authentic way. So that one got me a little teary, less so than I thought it would. 'Cause I think I've just done enough crying for the day, to be really honest with you. To be really reals the teals deals with you. I'm getting nervous, guys. I'm getting nervous because I haven't figured out what to do with myself. Magical, like, skywriting. Doesn't that have a name? Is it just called skywriting? A magical skywriting banner has not been flown over my house to say, "This way, towards your destiny." Haven't found it. Haven't found my footing. I've been putting all my spare energy into this, and I'm glad for it. I'm proud of it. But I just keep going like, okay, well, maybe when COVID shifts a little more, I will open the door. Okay, well, maybe when it shifts in a little bit less of a scary way, I'll open the door. Okay, maybe when Halloween's over, I'll just crack it open. Take a peek. Oh no, just so eek. Maybe when Christmas is over, I will know what to do, and I'll do that. Well, let's just call it New Year's. Yeah? Then I'll pull a rabbit right out of my hat, and I'll just know. But I don't know. And so I'm getting really scared, because this has been my thing. This is what I have prepared every day for, is to assure you all that I'm still at it. I'm doing a thing. It's poetry every day, and me doing it. Certainly did not skyrocket to that monetization place that I thought perhaps would be worth taking a lot of risks for, and that's okay, because it's meant more than that. And I genuinely do not give a shit about widespread internet approval as much as I do about the removal of falsity and being who I am supposed to be and who I actually am. And I don't give a damn about the thumbs. I was actually in a really hilarious short film that I now can't think of the name of, but it was about Wyatt Earp's thumb collection and some young girls who find a guy who claims to have the thumb collection. It's a real thing. Look it up. I don't know. So, the thumbs up on the internet. So everybody's after, right? And even I do it. I refresh, and I refresh, and I refresh, and I refresh, and I go, do I have more likes now? Yeah? Yes? Huh? No? Okay. Well, gee. Am I worth anything then? I don't know. Why have we created that? What have we done? I don't know. I am running, chasing my own tail. And I don't know if I will succeed or fail. And I've become very, 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 very much myself through this very scary time. And I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to be allowed to keep out there in the real world. Bum, bum, bah. And how much I'm going to have to shelf. Just tuck it away, because people, they like you to be so agreeable, don't they? With really whatever they toss at you. Just, I agree. Yes. Indeed. Me too. Even if that's not your point of view at all, and you want to bawl your eyes out with the nonsense that they try to get you to digest and say yes to. So, I don't know, I'm shaking in my boots, or my very obnoxiously tall 70s shoes, as it were. So, I'm just not sure. And I don't know, I'm a believer in arrows and symbols and signs and time and what can you find if you look a little deeper. And I really gotta be honest with y'all, I thought that the more I bore my soul to y'all and dug through this and worked my way out of the abyss that I was in at the beginning of this year to just try to get a little more clear on what I am, what I'm capable of, what my ideals are, what the real deal feels are. And I really thought that digging through it and sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing and staring into myself and into the universe and into all that's felt and all that is, I'd land on something, I really thought I'd land on something. Even just, okay, so right before Christmas, I started reading about poetry contests and things like that. Do you know how many poetry contests I would have to delete all my YouTube content to enter? Do you know how sad that is? Do you know how much that made me cry? There's so many contests that are like, if you have, what do they called it? Interneted. If you have interneted your poetry, you can't submit it. okay, shit. And obviously I've never worked so hard on something ever than I have, and anyone who knows me knows that if I get a project, I'm going to work very hard on it. But I've never worked harder on anything in my life than putting forth this 365-day display that we are almost all the way to, within view of. And I love that I've done it, but damn, that's discouraging. Okay, what? Shoot. So, but even that, I mean, I'm reading all this stuff, and again, bless the poets who know how to do it and do it. Bless them. But I'm reading through all this stuff, and even expression of poetry and trying to like earn prizes for it, it's very, very specific and exact, and it has to be this kind of poem with this many stanzas, this kind of rhyme scheme, this many pages, this many letters, this many it's so it's so specific. There are so many confines. And I'm really having a hard time out there with the confines and the specificity and the like. Nobody does a resume like that anymore. You have to only do a resume this way for this kind of job and this way for that kind of job, and it mustn't have this and it can't contain that. Oh my heavens, no. And my film reel I'm trying to make, whoa, same deal. Don't bore them with any clip longer than 20 seconds. I've never done anything impressive in my life in under 20 seconds. Every play I've ever been in requires at least 45 seconds of build-up before I do anything truly spectacular. And the guy who really is trying to help me, but he said, well, it can't be longer than 3 minutes unless you're, like, incredible. Incredibly entertaining, remarkably entertaining. Otherwise, people are just going to be bored. And it's like, yeah, for sure. 28 years of performing and acting. Let me just perfectly, to a precision, make some major incisions, just cut out all the arteries and get that right down at 3 minutes. No pressure. It's easy. You just do that. You just gloss the fuck out of yourself and wear a lot of makeup. Probably by today's standard, I have to fill these lips with something, plump them somehow. And then just be a cash cow, baby. Be a brand. Don't stand for something. Be a hashtag that gets a lot of attention, drags them away from whatever they're looking at, and makes them look at you. Get those views. Get that record deal. Get that agent. You're either this category, that category, like that acting teacher. Which one are you? How do we prepare you? You've got to pick a lane. Which one is it? That's the name of the game. Only these 3 lanes. Go. I'm sure. Whatever algorithm it is here on YouTube that like picks the freeze frame of your face, I'm sure it'll be that one. Whatever is like the most unattractive, like one eye is rolling up and my mouth is gaping open. And I like often don't have, I put so much time into these videos, it's hard for me to go back and be like, what's the perfect, because there we go. There's my analogy for the internet. What's the perfect snapshot of my face? Better make it great. That's not why I'm doing this. Gotta compete with all those Disney kids that are now YouTube stars, giving them exactly what they want by telling them just how hard it was. And yes, it seemed very hard. Yes, I auditioned for some of those shows, and I do know. But I'm just trying to be real, and it seems like a really difficult thing to be in the world anymore. We've got to pick something so small and specific and just stick with it because that's what you have to do, and you'd better have an impressive degree in it. And I tell ya, it's so definitive out there. And my mind has just never been able to bear or hold definitive exactitudes. But speaking of things that are definitive and real, my storage is running out. So thanks for joining me and letting me shout. I liked that line. Do you want to go shout at the sky with me? Or what was the other one? Yell at outer space? Shout at outer space? Either way, here's my face, here's me, here's my furry hat, here's my crazy 70s shoes, here's my wool thingy-madoodle. That's been me. See you tomorrow.